Well, hello, friend. How
Hello.
are you today?
I am well. I am well. How are you?
Sure, got to get used to the new recording platform that we're on.
It takes a little bit. It takes a little bit. We
Yeah,
did switch. We did switch platforms, and we are learning. We are
we're
learning.
learning because I'm like, oh, we ready? Oh, not yet. Countdown. Okay.
Gotta wait for the countdown.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I am well. I am definitely not going to complain. Yeah, winning out
Yeah.
here.
You know what I like? I like that a lot of TV shows are coming back.
Oh my God, I am so happy. Like I
Man.
had a whole list. Like, okay, I'm gonna be waiting when this show come back. And yeah, they're starting to come back
Hmm.
slowly. Even my Tyler Perry. I'm down to two Tyler Perry shows.
What's I'm
I was
still
at
at the
three.
one. What's
I'm
two?
down at I was always at well, I watch well actually the third one is not technically a Tyler Perry show,
Okay.
but Zatima.
Oh
I
yeah,
quit
okay,
watching
you did watch this
I
too.
stopped watching Sisters. I done gave up. Karen been pregnant, and people didn't. I swear, people didn't got married, had kids. Kids graduate from high school. She's still pregnant. Like I don't understand how you been pregnant for like 8 years in real life. I'm
Uh-huh.
confused. I'm
You
so
gotta watch
confused.
it
So I'm
now. You
done.
gotta see who killed Gary.
I didn't even know Gary was dead. See,
Oh well, yeah.
I
You
didn't.
you okay?
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't know.
What's the other Tyler
Huh?
Perry show?
And technically, I guess it's not a Tyler Perry show
Mm-hmm.
because it was written by Christian Keys. But All the Queen's Men. I
Oh,
like that
okay,
show.
okay.
I like that show.
I
And
started it and I keep forgetting to circle back,
yeah, I
and I
like
liked
Madam.
it.
I've come to the realization that I like powerful shows that have powerful women,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they're powerful black women.
Yeah,
I like that. So,
I could dig that.
and even though she has a criminal organization, she,
She's a
she's
madam.
she a boss, right? She a boss. Uh,
I
yeah.
like
So
I could feel that because Reasonable Doubt is on. That's my
yes,
show. I've been watching that.
yes, she's a boss chick. I like that.
Yeah, and American Horror Stories is on its way back, which not
Oh, you know what?
horror
I'm behind.
stories,
Oh,
because they
the
dropped
one
the ball on story last year. Now I'm an American
I
Horror
didn't
Story
watch. I think I
fan.
couldn't get into it.
A
I
lot
couldn't
of
get
people
into it.
couldn't. A lot of people
Yeah.
complained, but I pushed through because I am a fan, like
Yes. You
diehard
got me
fan. I'm
watching that
pushed
show. I
through.
like it, but I couldn't get into last season, and I'm not a fan of stories.
I like the stories.
Um.
I like the stories because it kind of gives me loosely Tales of the Crypt vibes. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's
Definitely
why I
can see
like
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the fact that it be the same actors.
Mhm.
I think that's kind of cool, even though it's different stories and they're not related to each other, but they're still using the same actors in
Mhm.
different characters and stuff like that. I like that part of it, but usually I can't get into the story enough to stay and watch the whole season.
Yeah,
So
Ryan Murphy has a that's the writer of American Horror Story for those who did not know. He has a new series out with Niecy Nash and it's called Gruesome or Gru something. It's something GRU something.
I
I just started
think,
watching it on FX. It's pretty
yeah, I
good.
think I saw the previews, but I didn't know it had started.
It started.
But
Yep. I watched
okay,
it's on Hulu if you were not watch like if you don't watch shows live or you don't record them. It is on Hulu. It's Grotesque. I think that's the name,
okay,
Grotesque. That's a good one. Um I just started. It's so many shows. I don't want to sit here
it
and
is
run down the
so
shows,
many.
but
Yeah.
I'm here for the TV.
Yeah, the shows are back because I have been watching like shows that I like. Just watch them over. I just turn them on though. They just
Yeah.
be on and be like, "Oh, I like this show." Even though
Yep.
I've seen this episode, just have it on in the background.
I
But
I found that like TV, like it's so many different shows to watch. Like they oversaturate your mind. It's no way you gonna remember every show that's coming out all the time without
uh,
writing it down. So
nope.
I have situated myself into nights. So one night I got on Max. So whatever show I got a couple of shows on Max, I watch those. Hulu, watch those shows. Netflix, watch those shows. But
That makes sense.
Hulu is your guide to everything that's on TV right now. Anyway, I always feel that way.
That's yeah. This is I watch sports, so this is
Hmm.
the time that I watch sports. But I'm weird about how I watch sports. I
Yeah.
can only watch my teams if they win, so I don't watch them. I don't watch sports in real time.
Okay.
Uh, I'll watch it and I'll record it,
Hmm.
and then if they win, and I want to know how we got to that point, I'll watch it
That's a lot of
that way.
work. That's a lot. So you.
So I gotta know if they won because I get too invested and then I get upset if they lose. So
Oh, okay, I
I
get
can't.
that. I get that.
So
Okay.
I have to watch it. I can't watch it in real time.
So do you wait till the TV announces like till social media blows and tells you who won and then go back and watch it or
No, usually depending on what it is,
okay.
like or how big it is. Like I'm a Michigan State fan, so if it's a Michigan State football game, I will check the scores on ESPN,
Mhm.
and then I'll watch it once it's or if they're like it's the fourth quarter and they're winning, then I'll turn it on. I can turn it on at that point.
Okay.
So,
I get
but
that.
if they like last week they got killed, like ain't no point in me turning this on. Y'all didn't even play competitive. Like
Right,
I don't
right.
want to see that.
No need to
I don't
watch
want to
it.
see you get destroyed, right?
It
So,
is. It is. It is. It's football season, right? Is it
yes.
still and it's basketball going on right now too?
It's
Is it
it's
or
not
get ready to
basketball
start?
season.
Okay.
They're like preparing for the season.
Okay.
It's like the end of baseball season,
Okay.
the beginning of football season,
Okay.
and going into basketball season.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Winter football. Football time. Everybody gets
Yep.
excited about that, but I just can't. I just can't. I try. I'm not even excited
Um.
about the Super Bowl. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not. Normally I'm excited about the halftime show. Not like Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
but I really do
I
like him, but I'm not for it to this year.
I like Kendrick Lamar, but I cannot in my head see a halftime show. I don't. I like the halftime show. I don't typically watch it though,
Hmm.
because usually I'm not watching the Super Bowl and I done forgot about the halftime show, or either that or I'm not invested in who is performing.
Right.
So 9 times out of 10, I don't see it
Hmm.
unless I watch like a video clips or something like that because somebody was like, "Oh, you should see." But
Yeah, that's
no,
literally the only thing I will watch. But this year, and I like Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm just
I
saying I
don't
don't
know.
know. But hey, here we are, and it's
We'll
review
see.
week.
We got time. Yes, it is review week. And we are reviewing. Actually, we're reviewing something we've never reviewed before. We're doing
Never
a
review.
horror movie this
Yeah,
this time.
it is that time of the year.
It is. It is. And this movie that we are reviewing was called Thanksgiving. Was it Thanksgiving 2023 or was it just made in 2023?
It was just made in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hadn't seen it though. I didn't remember seeing anything about it last year.
I didn't either.
Um, yeah.
And I feel
So,
I watched all of Netflix. So when this came across,
right,
like all of
right,
Netflix 2023 and back, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right, right.
so when I seen it, I'm like, I don't think I seen this, so I turned it on. It's irony that
Yes.
it's called Thanksgiving and it's a horror movie, but I'm all for horror in October anyway. So
Yeah, it's all good because
yeah,
I will definitely watch a I'm not a huge horror movie fan because usually I'll be like, okay, that don't even make sense. Like,
right.
why would you do that? That's stupid. But so that's the only reason that I wouldn't watch horror movies because I'd be like, come on, quit playing. But this one, like we said, it was called Thanksgiving, made in 2023. Is after a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday.
I was.
Okay, I will tell you this.
Go ahead.
First of all, spoilers. As you know, if you've ever watched any of our review episodes, we are going to spoil this movie. So if you want to watch it, uh, stop here, go watch it on Netflix, and come back when you're done. All right. So first of all, I don't go to Black Friday sales, and after watching this movie, I will never go to Black Friday. And you know what the sad part is when it came on? I was like, oh, that's how I anticipated Black Friday sales being at the beginning when it first started. When they had people standing outside waiting on the doors open, that was my vision of what a Black Friday sale
You know
looked
what?
like.
And I've been to plenty of Black Friday sales, and I can't say that I've been to anything remotely like the crowd of people. Yeah, but the how they was acting, I
Yeah.
have not. No, no. But
You know what was the most peculiar to me? What caught my attention
what
right away?
what
They ain't even had no salespeople. Y'all doing all of this, and you can't even pay for this. It ain't nobody at a register. After y'all done came in, first of all, they were early.
it was a few people at the register, but they left when they caved the door in.
They must have left right away because I
As
don't
soon
remember
as
seeing them leave.
because they all were gathered to the front. That was the dumb part. When you seen that, it was so many dumb. When when they told this man to open the door to let these people in that
That
was
wouldn't have been me.
knocking on the glass, I would never
Right.
open the door. What I'm opening the door
No.
for? You in the
Why?
building?
Why me? Why you telling me to open the door? You go open the door. And then it looked like it was his first day. He was so nervous. He was shaking and dropping the keys, and he didn't even get the door. He didn't even get the door open.
They smashed him. They smashed him.
And that's when I realized that
Kept
this
smashing
movie
them.
is about to be gruesome because
Yep.
they was showing everything.
Everything.
They were, but the part, one of the parts at the beginning when they were in the store. First of all, they were young kids. They came in, so one of their friends worked there. Let them in early.
No, her father owned the store. Her
Okay,
father
her
was
father
the
owned the
owner of
store.
the store. So they decided while they were on their way to some other party that they were going to go
Yeah,
there
because
to
he
get
needed
some
a phone case
chargers.
or something. One of them, yeah.
And she didn't
Yeah,
want to
something.
go. So see, that was my issue in the first place, because if my father is the plug, this is his store, and I don't want to go, we ain't
We ain't going.
going.
Yeah, we're not going. We're not going. And so they the only people in the store, but everybody on the outside can see them inside.
Yeah,
Which I believe, started the problems. Like they were already gathering, but once they said there was people inside, like, oh, why you in there and I'm out here? Like, I've been here longer than you. You know how people think.
yep.
I've been here longer than you. And it was on from there.
It the I feel like, number one, the light shouldn't even have been on. You shouldn't even. I don't even know what store has that much glass. When you like the whole
Right.
front of the store have glass, and then the employee
Yes.
entrance. It's not like they did a special knock or nothing. They just opened the door and walked in. She ain't had no key because
Right.
two other people came over there and walked in. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think it was the fight. That it was a fight prior to it that the jock guy got into, they all got into with this other thing prior to them picking up the girl. And then that's why he was up there picking up the toaster or whatever everybody was trying to get, because he was teasing the guy in the crowd because they had just got in a fight and he knocked him out, and so he was insinuating a riot outside, but it was also on the inside. It was crazy.
Yeah. It was a mess from the beginning. And see, and the part like once they start beating on the glass and the door was shattered and now they didn't come in at a stampede, I'm out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't need any of this. I'm going out the back door I came in because this got crazy for no reason.
Heck yeah. Like
I'm out.
that escalated so much. They were pushing on everyone to get into this store for some waffle iron. The first
Right.
100 customers get a free waffle iron. Then you got two security, you got the manager,
Two.
you got the cashiers. They all looking, and they looking like, no. In my head, if I worked there, I would have quit. I would have quit
I'm done.
before they even
Yes.
ran, rushed the door. I would have
Yeah.
quit looking at the crowd. It's 5 registers, 3 of us. No, this ain't
Not
working today.
happening. And the guard that was at the door, I would have been like, no, I'm not.
Like the other
No.
one did. He said, F this, I'm out.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm
And then you
not.
got one police officer. He was there on a fluke because they were bringing his lady friend that you'll find out at the end of the show was the love of his life, but it was she was bringing her husband Thanksgiving dinner because they was having Thanksgiving dinner with
Right.
that horrible looking turkey in the beginning of the movie, and he got caught in the work, so he had to go being the store manager or whatever. It was
Yes.
crazy.
And that's what started the problem
There
because
was.
she got taken out at the beginning, and this is gonna be a whole situation. In this movie, if you like horror movies and you are into guts and glory,
They gave it to you.
they gave it to you because
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting there with my mouth open for some parts because like I didn't think they was gonna show it. Like, oh,
Talk
so we
about her
showed
death when
everything.
that
Okay,
whatever went in her neck and
yes,
blood was gushing out and they kept stepping on like all of that was so I mean I've heard of stampede but this was like Black Friday 2.0 because
right.
normally in today's times they would just pass you out a couple of tickets and they'll say here you're number one, you're number two, everybody getting in the line like you in school. Like I was in the JC Penney's line forever. They passed me out a ticket.
But did that start? Was that like at the beginning? Because I feel like I said I've never gone, but I feel like the way that maybe it's just in my head.
Yeah.
Like I know that at first they were there was lines at the door. You had to
Mhm.
wait for the time, and then they would unlock the door, and then people were getting stampeded, and then so they stopped. They was like, okay, this didn't work. And the next year they opened like 2 hours early or something, but they wasn't the stuff wasn't you couldn't get it until
Yeah.
the actual time. Is that when the ticket passing out thing started?
The J.C. Penney's, I think every year gave you a ticket because that it
Okay.
was like a mystery thing, and you had to be in line in order to
Okay.
get it. Now Walmart, I went to theirs like in the I don't know, like in the height of Black Friday, like in Kamar was very very young when I went. I went with a friend, and we had a plan. I thought this was a good plan. And so they had everything industrial saran wrapped in the middle of the
Mm-hmm.
aisles that was the hot ticket items. And they had employees, like 2 employees standing over there to make sure you didn't open it. Now, the most I
Ah.
seen is people opened it with the stuff in their cart already in line waiting. Like you going over
Right.
there to get it, but they didn't already snatched it from around the guards, under the guards or whatever. And then that's when I said Walmart is off of my list because I'm not doing
Okay.
all that. But I've never seen,
Okay.
yeah, although I've heard people get that this something similar to this has happened, but I've never seen it. And I do a lot of Black Friday, but I'm in and out. I'm not trying to get the stuff
Yeah.
everybody. I'm not trying to get these TVs because guess what? TV's gonna be on sale all year
Right.
round. They're always on sale randomly. You just
Yeah.
got to catch it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So, and I feel like they don't do it like that anymore because now
Mm-mm.
they just be like, okay, just come in whatever
Yeah.
our hours. Because now they even got hours. They're not even there all night.
Nope. A lot
So,
of stores have stopped the Black Friday because they kept pushing the time up and up on Thursday. And
mm-hmm.
then I don't know, somebody complained that people were leaving the dinner tables with their family going shopping. Sure, if
Right.
that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Because I used to wait till like 2 in the morning and go to Macy's
Yeah.
because Macy's had all the low key deals that people didn't look for. They had all of
Right.
the good stuff. Pyrex dishes,
Yeah.
clothes can win. But
Right.
back
Because
to
you're not going there looking for that. So that's
no.
probably why. Like, so.
So, due
Right.
to
So,
that stampede that happened on the
yes.
Black Friday deal, this mysterious character decided that he was going to go and kill all the people that was involved in the death of. We didn't know why in the beginning. We just know he was going. He was on some revenge stuff, killing the people that
Right.
started the stampede. You really didn't know why. So
Yeah. Because you didn't know why. And so somebody that worked there, I guess they erased the tapes. Like she was just like,
the
oh, this
wife,
go
it was the wife of
the
the
wife
owner.
of Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, no, this because it's gonna look bad. We finna erase the tape. So how did he? I know he went in. I saw him go in there
Mm-hmm.
and see, but he must have had a. He must have went in there before she erased him or something
So what
to get
happened
the.
was the daughter said the backup footage is at home. It goes to her dad's laptop, right? So she was helping
Okay,
the
when she was
police
talking to the
officer.
police officer.
Yeah, she
Yes.
said
Okay.
the backup footage she can go and get because it's on her dad's laptop. Her stepmother deleted the actual in store footage, but the backup
Uh
footage was on the
okay.
laptop.
Okay.
So she went and got the backup footage, thinking she helping so they can find this murderer that then built a whole social media account to with a dinner table with these people's names on them, and then start killing the people and putting
Yeah,
their
because he
heads
started
on the
sending them
plate.
messages. Right, because he was sending the kids text messages
That was too
and
much.
video clips and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he created a whole social media account, and then I'm like, okay, step number one, how you out here on social media and you didn't put the head on the social media account? Everybody could go here
On
and
the
look
plate
on the
though.
plate. Now the next person that died. Now there's a new member on the plate. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but I
Right.
will say, as gruesome as this movie was, I loved it
Yeah.
because I had no idea who the killer was until it was revealed. Like, I didn't even fathom it was him. At any point, I thought it was the shady the new boyfriend that
Mm-hmm.
the daughter had. I thought it was him
Yes.
because he you saw him sneaking to the employee entrance when they snuck
Right.
in, and it was kind of like they was pointing in his direction, but I didn't think it was who it was.
Yeah.
And they didn't
I
find him, so that lets you know it might be a part two.
yeah, yeah. I definitely peeped that. But I did wind up I liked it. I
Hmm.
liked it mainly because like you said, it wasn't predictable. Like
Right.
you couldn't predict who the killer was. He definitely was pointing fingers in other directions
Hmm.
and having conversations like you would typically expect to have with that particular character. And then to find out it was him, you're like, oh, okay, that's a nice little twist.
Yeah.
And I actually like the fact that it was gruesome because otherwise it probably would have been kind of like, okay, just another lame. We waiting to see who the killer is.
Exactly. But
So
they made it so you wasn't even thinking about who the killer was because I
right,
was too busy
you're
trying to
trying to see
figure out
what's gonna
how
happen
this
to next.
person gonna die. Like the first chick that died, like she deserved it because she was doing way too much in the beginning at the store. So the way that he killed her, I mean, it was kind of messed up. I thought she was gonna make it, but I'm like, why would you? Number one, if you can't find your keys and you knew your keys was in your purse, why would you be running to your car? Then your car start
Why are you running
after
to the
your
car
face
anyway? What
got
make you think you're
frozen.
gonna be able to get in the car, get the key in the ignition before he get to you?
I would have thought
Like
the
no,
first place he would have went is to the car. So I would have went out a different door
the
in a
other
different
direction.
direction.
Right.
After you pried your face off of the frozen door, which looked
Yeah.
that was wild. But her
The
death
one
was
that got the one actually the killing that angered me. I was upset by this girl's death
which
because
one?
I thought it was dumb and she didn't have to die. The when she was on the the table saw.
Oh yeah, she was stupid. She was
Why
tough.
you like? And then her friend standing there like, oh my god, what am I go? Oh my god, what am I go? Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Really, really?
I would
And
have
I'm
just
like, dude,
left. I ain't gonna
she's
lie.
dead. Like by the time you get her, she's dead. Like
Yeah.
you didn't.
Well, we gonna talk.
I
We
was
can't talk it through with you. Like I need to get to my safety.
right,
Sorry this happened to you, but we gotta
right.
go. Like
You didn't get off the table saw. Like I feel like it could have just been your hand. At
that
first, it
part.
could have just been your hand. We can wrap your hand up and let's go. And you just kept falling on this table saw like you
She
can't get
was
up.
tough. But the first one was funny. The first one was funny because after she ran out looking for her car keys, her car turned on. She runs towards the garbage can, and then what happens? He
Right.
hits her. The garbage
Cut her
can
in half
slams down on her, and now she's cut in half. And he gets her head and put it on the plate.
and put it on the plate.
The other one was
Yeah.
good too. The cheerleader and the football dude. The cheerleader, like
Oh,
they was in
the
that little
football
school.
dude.
Yeah, 'cause he
Right.
has turned his whole head around the other way,
Man.
and she up
Right.
there. You ready? Doing a little strip tease on the trampoline. Like I would have had to. I don't know.
I don't understand. You didn't feel that man come in the room? Like, I feel like you should have felt danger in the room when he came in there
They said, "Hey,
and broke your boyfriend's neck and turned his face
turn his whole body the
180
other way."
degrees. Like,
It was
did
some
not see
like
that coming.
this movie for sure has some like crazy deaths. I ain't gonna lie to
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah. I thought the young black man wasn't going to make it. I was like, oh, come on, brother. You almost there. Like,
man,
don't die.
when he got up and charged him and hit him, and he was like, "Oh, that worked." And he did it again. But when he cut his shoulder or something,
Yeah, with the axe.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh,
His
come
arm.
on."
I
But
was like, oh, he did cut his arm off. Like, and then I was like, oh, no. But then it was like, we out. We are out of here.
that's the one
And then I
movie
was
the
like, okay,
black
so you're
man
not
made
going
it to the end.
right, you're not gonna send nobody back for the friends. Like that's what I was thinking.
No, I wouldn't.
Until I was like, and that's when I realized, like, oh, got those pricker bushes on your pants. It's the
Man,
small little details
it's the
that give it
small
away.
details that yeah, and she peeped it because
Yep.
she so I was just like wow, like that movie was written so well. You would have never knew the sheriff was the killer
Mm-hmm.
because she gave the sheriff the video footage and he played it off so smooth. I didn't think he was saying it like, yeah, thanks for my kill list. I thought he was saying it like,
Right.
we're gonna find these people and keep them safe. And I'm like, and even when they
Yes, and
start
that's exactly
dying,
what she thought. And he was
right,
like, she was like, you used me. Like, yeah.
right. But
You used me to kill my friends and family.
even when the people start dying, I didn't think like it was the sheriff. That's how
No, I
well
didn't think it
this
was the
was
sheriff
written.
either. But you know what? They took my focus off of trying to figure out who the killer was
Yeah, with all the
with the
killers.
kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the kills. So I wasn't even trying to figure out who could be the killer because I'm
Mm-mm.
like, oh, how y'all go? How you
How
gonna
you
die?
gonna
Up,
die?
I see it. Yep.
Man, we saw the cheerleader. That was a crazy.
Mm,
I mean, that had to be horrible because you jumping on this trampoline with this knife popping up, and you keep getting stabbed every time you come down. I don't
man,
even know which would have been worse. Like, because if you would have swayed your body in a different direction, you would have landed
there
and
was
broke
nowhere to go.
everything. So
Yeah,
it was just gonna
there was
suck for
nowhere to go.
you. You was just
Yep.
done.
Like he planned it out. Like he planned. How you even know she was gonna be jumping on this trampoline?
Man.
But yeah,
And the crazy part is, like, you kill all these people for your homeboy's wife that got
right.
stampeded on taking her husband a dish, and you talk about she was gonna leave him, and you
She
killed
was gonna
my
leave him, and she was
happiness,
pregnant with my baby.
and now the baby
We was gonna
gone,
be happily ever after.
man. So the sheriff, I mean, this movie was so well written. Even the ending, it was nobody found. I feel like it's definitely going to be a part two. I'm definitely going to watch
They
it.
were making me angry in that tow truck though. I kept saying it's a tow truck. Like you can't drive this tow truck.
The
You
hook,
caught up by
the
this
hook is
cable,
stuck. The hook is stuck.
right?
And then he slowly. That's when the arrogance came in, cause he got up kind of slow, like, oh, when he put that hook
Oh,
on there,
yep.
he was walking
Here we
slow to
go.
them, and then they was like, nope, not today. Done for you.
Yeah, yeah. I do like they did leave it open
Yeah,
for potentially part two.
yeah.
Who knows? It could be a Thanksgiving 2024 here.
It was a great cast, by the way. You had Patrick Dempsey, which is McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy. Most people would know him by
Mm-hmm.
that. The lady he was with, she's been in so many things. I just I can't name anything specific she's been in, but let's get her. I know her name is on here somewhere. Gina Gershom is her name, I think. Yeah, that's her name. But it was so many. It was a really good cast. It was some new people in that cast, and I think if they do a remake, for some reason, I just feel like Lady Gaga is a Halloween character. I feel like any Halloween thing you add her to would be over the top because for some reason she just give you that witch's vibe, like in real life.
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
That's why I think
Yeah.
American Horror Story jumped on her when they added her to the cast. Cause I mean, but that's her. That's her. image that she sells is
Right.
this dark image, so.
Yep. Yep.
But it was a good movie. Like
What's your rating?
I would give this about a 9, really. I really liked
Okay.
it. I mean, it wasn't predictable. I had no idea who the heck the killer was. The killings was awesome. The group the I mean, it was just spot on. Whoever wrote this knows how to write a movie. I'm gonna give him a nine
Yeah.
and a half to be fair. So
Okay. Okay.
only because I don't know if it's a season 2, but
Okay.
it's not quite a 10. But 9.5 is good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Um, I think I am like when I first turned it on, or when I first was thinking
Mhm.
when we started recording, I was thinking about an 8.
Mhm.
Um, maybe 8.5. I really liked it because, like I said, it wasn't predictable. I like to try to figure out who is the killer, and like I said, this movie took my focus off of trying to figure that out because I was focused on, okay, what's going to happen to you? Like,
Mhm.
you're in this situation here, how are you going to get out of it, or what's going to happen to you? So I didn't even have a chance to think about trying to figure out who the killer was, which I really liked. So, and it was young kids. Usually, when you see like teenagers and stuff like that, they all do some crazy stuff and wind up dead anyway. Where you like, oh my god, really? And it wasn't a lot of that. Why you falling type of
Yeah.
stuff.
It
So,
wasn't a lot of ridiculousness. It was
yeah,
real. You could relate to it.
right. And it was like, okay, you can actually see you trying to get away. Like,
Mhm.
oh my god, the door is locked, but the door wasn't locked when you came in. You didn't lock it though, so now it's locked, and you can't figure out how to unlock it. I hate watching movies like you got all this time, but you get to the door and now you stuck and he done
Right.
caught up with you. So because they didn't have a lot of that going on, I'm definitely gonna give this movie a 9, a solid 9.
I
Cause
agree. I agree with that, with what you just said, because I'm always anticipating a fall. Like, okay,
yes,
I thought old girl would have failed the first kill. I thought she would have
yeah,
failed, but she did not fall. But I mean, she was kind of dumb going to the car, but it wasn't like she fell 50 times. The killer like 50 miles back and went from 50
right.
to two
And now he
miles.
can catch up to her.
Right.
Yeah,
Nah, so
yes,
I liked it. I agree. That was a good point you made because I ain't even think about that, but that's very valid because most horror movies it's like the
yes.
commercial when they say, "Don't run, let's hide behind the
Well,
chainsaws."
right,
Why? Like,
right.
did
Let's
a
go to the
murderer's
running
like,
car.
"Shh, be quiet," and it's like, okay, you're under the chainsaws. Like, so yeah,
Exactly.
that was a good movie.
But yeah, it was a good movie. Definitely worth the watch if you are into horror movies or you're just looking for something for this Halloween season.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one. So share your thoughts, on any of our social media pages. What did you think? What's your overall rating? And are you here for a part 2?
I am. I hope they do. I hope they do a part two
Yeah.
because they had enough of the characters
Mhm.
that they
That
definitely could
survived.
enough. Yeah, that survived. Yep. So
Mhm.
good movie. Good pick.
Yep. You know what? I like when a movie is well written. That's like I went to go see the new Beetlejuice, right? It was cool. I liked it because they had a lot of the original cast. And then when they picked Lydia's daughter, her daughter was what's her name? Ortiz, Wednesday Adams from the series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was like spot on because she looks like she could be her daughter in this movie. So, I like movies that are thoughtful about what's going on and you just not writing something just to push it out and say, "Oh, it's fictitious." No, let me feel like it's a little bit real even though I know it's not.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Especially, I'm paying my money to see this,
Yeah.
or I'm giving you my time, and this is your craft. Make it worth my time.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Shout out to them. What else? Let's see. Yeah. Our social media handles is kickingitwithyourgirls.com. Normally I have something to say, but let's break it down. It's on pause on vacation right now, and our show will be on vacation soon as well. So
yeah. But if you haven't watched Let's Break It Down, now's a good time to binge it
it
while we are
is.
on a break.
Yeah, yeah. Holiday seasons is approaching. They come so fast. It's downhill after
Yes,
Halloween.
Yeah. I feel like the older you get, the faster it goes too, because you go to work, get some fun in between, and then you go home.
Yep. Because you got to write
So,
down, you be like, this is what I do. I look at the calendar like, all right, it's Halloween. We're heading to Halloween season. Thanksgiving got some days off. December got some days off. New
right.
Year's, oh, got some days off. That's how I think. Cause when we hit that
Yes.
long stretch of no days, it's like, man, we ain't got no
Yep.
days. Nothing.
That's right. Every time I go to work, they be like, "You can't take no days off. I'm taking every day off I can get. I can't
Right.
help you that they be messing up when I'm not here.
Gotta
Sorry.
gotta take. You have to
Gotta take
take
them
days for yourself. That's why you get
every
them.
day that I'm getting. I want it.
That part.
So,
But all right, friend, what's your
all
quote
right.
for this one?
My quote for this one is, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got for this. My quote today is, be thankful for what you have. Your life, no matter how bad you think it is someone else's fairy tale. And
Nah, that's true.
author unknown.
That's a good one because that's so true.
That is so true. It's so true.
Man, oh man, you know what? I saw another movie. I can't think of the name of it. I'm gonna have to look. I was binging this weekend, late night
Okay.
binging. I saw this movie. This guy, he was a chef, and his friend he flew his friend in, had a car pick him up from the airport, brought him to this mansion, and the guy was like, "Oh man, you got the best job in the world," but his friend was depressed. He was like, "Oh, you really think so?" He was like, "Yeah, I mean." You literally they fly you to cook. How much do you get paid? He was like, not enough, not enough. So it ended up coming out he was a chef, but a chef of what you ask? Of human food. So he had to so
Wow.
he ended up his friend ended up hanging himself because he couldn't get out of it. He couldn't get out of it. They was gonna come and find him. So he hung himself and he just was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bury you and I'm gonna step into your
Take your
shoes."
place. Yeah.
And now he
That's when he
suckered
found
into
out
the
what dude did.
he was like, "Yeah, we gotta go procure the meat." He was like, "Yeah, okay, what you want? Beef, pork?" He like, "No, no, no. We gotta procure the meat." They pull up to the church. Well, we just gonna have to make do. They pull up to the church. You should find some good options here. And he's like, "Oh, here at the church?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What?" She was like, "You know what you're doing. You've been doing this, right?" "Yes, yes, yes." Like he made a fake ID and everything, and found out that he was cooking humans. It,
He,
it was
he was like,
crazy.
"Oh, no wonder Buddy couldn't handle it." Okay, now it all makes
For
sense.
those interested, I will find the name of that show and a movie, and it was another good one. So it is the season. It
Interesting.
is the
Yeah,
season
let
to
us
find some
know.
shows.
Yes, let us know.
But all right, that is all I have.
All right, later. Oh, wait.